second to last day of the contest. It's really important that everyone does good today so we make it to the final. I think our whole team's surfing today, and a lot of people are in the repo, but we got a couple people going in the main event, so it's just important that we all just make our heats and just go heat by heat. First up is Evan, and he's in a ripper charge heat.
Me and Evan decided that he would do best on the left-hander. Meanwhile, the other competitors had moved down the beach about 200 yards to a right-hand bank. And we quickly realised that the tide was completely shutting down Evan's heat, so we got him to move down there. And unfortunately, he didn't do well and was out of the contest. Outside, then on the way out, get some medium ones. Evan Thompson was down at the inside right-hander there and was surfing great and advanced through his repechage heat, which is the losers round. You lose in this round, you're out of the contest. So Evan Thompson was looking great. Next up was the under-16 repechage, and both Jake Halstead and Trevor Thornton surfed really good in their individual heats and went through. What you've got to do is out the back, you've got to get it vertical. Good luck, man. With almost a 10-foot tidal change, the waves can change so much during the course of heats. And with the next round of under-16s, both Parker and Kalohi got caught up and didn't find the good waves and were relegated to the losers rounds of repechage. Got to be a little bit deeper, get into the lip and hack it down.
My first heat in the morning started off with kind of a decent score, I think a 5.4, and then the guys were left alone out the back and got some 8s, and I ended up losing and went down.
Stick with it. Be confident. Evan Thompson was our warrior in the under-18 division, and he was out there against some pretty stiff competition and had a couple of good waves. And personally I thought Evan had made it through. I thought his surfing was very good, but the judges thought differently, so Evan Thompson was out, which finished our campaign in the under-18s. Just unbelievable. Huh? Oh, without question. The under-16 repechage continues with both Jake Halstead and Trevor Thornton in the same heat, and both of them went ballistic and surfed fantastic. It was really a great result for those guys. They move on. Now the girls under 18 hit the water, and again the tide was changing, the waves were pretty difficult. So we have Lakey Peterson, Taylor Pitts and Courtney Conlog out there with the New Zealand girl Sarah Mason, and our girls pretty much self-destructed in that heat. And so it was Lakey Peterson who went through with the New Zealander. Next heat in the water was Kaylee Gilchrist in the under 18 girls repechage, and was unfortunately knocked out. The women in this contest were a really big part of our campaign, so this was a really bad turning point for us in the competition. Last heats of the day, the under 16 repechages were back in the water, and Parker Coffin and Trevor Thornton went out there. Trevor Thornton surfed really fantastic. Parker surfed well, but there was a Portuguese surfer out there that just ripped, and unfortunately Parker was out. Last heat of the day, really important for us. Chloe Andino and Jake Halstead went out there, and you know what, they worked really hard for that one. It wasn't great surfing, but they struggled through and made it through, both of them.
In my repechage heat in the afternoon, it was the last heat of the day, and I had Jacob Halstead and a Tahitian kid.
Yeah, so our strategy in that last heat was just to take waves and dominate, and we had to like catch waves and then also sit on the kids, so had to do a little bit of both, but we were psyched to both make it.
Me and Jake planned to switch off sitting on the kid, but Jake ended up getting a couple of scores right off the bat. So Jake ended up sitting on the kid the whole time, and I grinded a few like 4 or 5s out, ended up making it. Tomorrow's the repechage final. It's me, Jake, Trevor, and a Portuguese kid. So we got a 75% chance of 2 of us going through, so it should be fun.
So a tough day here for the Pacsun USA surf team, but we still have a chance to win this event. What we need to do is have Lakey Peterson come through and win the final in the women's, and we need 2 of our under 16 men to come through to the final and win that as well. So all is not lost. I think we're going to go into the final day battling and ready to do our best.